Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Ntini. I am a Kisii University student studying clinical medicine and surgery in first year. Welcome all to this video. Today we are going to talk about a very critical topic, a topic that applies to all people in all walks of life, be it all people, teenagers, young married couples, children, everyone. And the topic is going to be about reclaiming your true identity. This is after I watched a very motivational talk by Tony Robbins, who is a psychotherapist who was trying to help a lady by the name Lisa to solve the problems that she had at the time. Lisa was a very strong character who 60 years after made a decision that affected the whole of her life, affected the people around her. Lisa is an old lady who made a decision during her teenage that to counteract her father who was abusive. If you find time, you can go and watch that video. So after I watched that video, I found a lot of many things that I learned, and that is what I'm going to share in today's video. First of all, I'm going to explain about the feminine and the masculine energy. You know, in every individual, everyone has a masculine and a feminine energy. Beneath you are a man, beneath you are a lady, you have a feminine and a masculine energy. Let me explain what I mean. In every human being, if I talk about the masculine energy, which is usually associated with manhood, being strong, bold, aggressive, that power to make decisions, being in control, that is what is associated to being a man. So, to femininity, it is associated to kindness, gentleness, that are emotional experience, being helpful. Those qualities are usually associated with the feminine energy. But today I'm going to explain what I mean by saying even if you are a man, you have a masculine and a feminine energy in you. This is what I mean. Today, what has been affecting many marriages, many relationships between people is the inability of a person to express both energies, the feminine energy and the masculine energy. For example, for a lady in a marriage or in a laughing relationship, if you are not able to express that ability of taking risk, which is usually associated with the masculine energy, that ability to be strong, that ability also to look for money to support your man, that ability to express the manhood in your relationship, then it's not going to work. You should have that ability to express your masculine energy. At the same time, there is a feminine energy in you, being caring, being supportive to your husband. That is the feminine energy that you need to express. And another problem that the society has today is the inability to differentiate vulnerability and femininity. In the society that we live, all of us, femininity is usually associated to vulnerability. Like, vulnerability belongs to a lady, but that is not true. I want to explain something today. I want to say that being vulnerable does not mean that you are a feminine. Being vulnerable does not mean that you are a woman. Even in that video of Tony Robbins, you see that there is that gentleman who wanted all of his life to kill the president of the United States of America. It's something that he waited for so long. He really wanted to achieve it. And on that day, it was a bright day. It reached a day that is going to fulfill his mission. And the president had just come out of his vehicle. Remember, I'm trying to explain that sometimes vulnerability is power. So when the president of the United States came out of the vehicle, the young man with his gun was ready to shoot the president. But a very young lady passed by and told him, "Hey, what's up? Are you okay?" Then he forgot everything that he was going to do to shoot a president, and he focused on the young lady. Even though he was a masculine, he had a masculine energy, he wanted to express it to kill the president of the United States of America, but he was not able to do it. Because of that vulnerability, the young lady who passed their head, it confused him and confused them. He'd walk up and say, hey, you are interrupting what I'm doing. So what am I trying to say? Vulnerability is not associated to femininity. Vulnerability is power. Vulnerability, to be vulnerable does not mean that you are only a woman. Another thing that I would like to explain also related to vulnerability. If you see in our society today, women are being empowered by government, non-governmental organization, individuals, everyone is trying to empower the girl. But one thing the girls are forgetting: don't try to live away your womanhood. Don't try to do away with that ability to express the feminine energy. To be empowered does not mean that you should be in control. To be empowered does not mean that you express only the masculine energy. No, it's not. Another thing that I would like to tell you, my viewers, is the power to make decisions. There is a decision that once you made in your life, and the decisions that we make can affect up to 4 generations. If you see that video of Tony Robbins, Lisa made a decision in her teenage to counteract her abusive father. She decided to live like a man, to avoid the feminine energy, and just live like a man so that she'll be able to go against her father. But you see, it affected the whole of her life. It destroyed her relationship with her husband, her relationship with the son, her relationship with the daughter. The marriage between the son and his wife, it destroyed almost the whole of her life because of the decision that she made when she was young. So my people, the decision that you are going to make today is going to affect many people around you and even people who are not around you. See, for example, the instance of Lisa. It almost destroyed the whole of her life. So my people, there are those decisions that we once made in life. When we were young, we made decisions, and those decisions caused our lives to take a different path. But today I want to tell you that it is still possible for you to reclaim your true identity. Whoever you are meant to be, it is still possible for you to be that person. It is possible. It is just a matter of accepting to change, accepting to make another new decision, accepting the consequences of the decision that you made and that took your life to a different direction, and be ready to change. The time is now for you to make a new decision, and your life will take a different direction. Your life is going to take a new direction, a positive one. Whoever you are meant to be, you can still be. I want you to ask yourself today this question: what decision did I made long time ago that affected my life not to take the right direction? Is it that I assumed the masculine energy? Is it that the feminine energy in me that I am not able to express? What is that decision that I made? What is that decision that I made long time ago that has caused my life to take a different direction? When you realize there must be something, there must be that choice that you made that caused your life not to be what it was meant to be. If we see in our society, in people of different walk of life, we have different classes. We have rich people. They are able to provide themselves with everything. If it is their children, they have taken them to grade school. If it is their parents, the children care for them. They have everything. They can afford luxuries. They can afford all comforts and everything in this world that makes them happy. But you still find them that they are not happy. You also find that there are people who are really poor. They can't afford anything. They live in a very vulnerable life, like avoiding even to have all the meals a day is a problem. But they are happy. So we cannot really say that there is something that you do for you to achieve happiness. But one thing I want to assure you, you have the power to make a choice. That is the thing that people to do what they do. Yes? What makes me to do what I do? What makes someone different from me? And Tony Robbins came with this answer. It is just a matter of choice. It is just a matter of expressing the masculine and the feminine energy. Today I want you to accept that you made a wrong decision that took your life to a wrong direction. And it is still possible for you to change. Action begins now. I want you to think about your life. Is it really taking the direction that you wanted? Are you really enjoying the kind of life that you wanted to enjoy? Are you really getting to your future, those goals that you set when you were in secondary school, when you were primary school? Are you still chasing them? If you are a very great religious person who was working greatly to achieve your dream of making God happy, if it is not happening now, I want you to think, what went wrong? Which wrong decision did you make? And I'm going to explain 7 steps that you are going to take for you to reclaim your true identity. And these are the 7 steps. The first step, playfully challenge the limiting identity. Whoever who you are now, whoever who you are identified with, I want you to challenge that limit. Challenge yourself. Try to understand where you went wrong. And that is the first action that you need to take. That's the first step. The second step that I'm going to talk about, discover and understand the key decision. Which decision did you make that affected the whole of your life? Number 3 that I'm going to explain about, I want you to connect to the consequences of the decision that you made. There is a decision that you made in your life. What are the consequences of that decision? What did it result you in doing? Look, for example, Lisa. Her decision caused a breakage of many relationships around her life. So try to connect to the consequences of that decision that you made. Number 4, commit to changing the consequences that you face. Try to create new relationship. Look at Lisa, for example. After her relationship was destroyed with her husband, with her son, and the daughter and her sister, look at what she did. She accepted that the consequences of her decision, yes, were there, and she committed to them. She wanted to correct those consequences. Another thing, build up on emotional resources, reflecting the success. Don't blame yourself. Don't feel shameful of what you did. Don't feel bad. Don't feel guilty. But it's just a matter of accepting that you did it. Accept yourself the way you are. Because whoever who made that decision, it is still you. You are the one who made that decision. It is still you now who have that ability to correct it. So it is still possible to change the consequence of that decision that you made. Number 6, strategize ways of reclaiming your true identity. Strategize, plan. How are you going to claim your true identity? How are you going to plan your life now? How are you who is watching this video? I know you have already thought about that wrong decision that made your life to take the wrong direction. What are you going to do? Write down those plans, those resolutions, those actions that you are going to put into place for you to come back to follow your dream. And finally, number 7, take specific actions and visualize its success. Whatever that you have put down that you are going to do, try to reflect the kind of success that it is going to bring into your life. I had explained the issue of the masculine and feminine energy. This is something that I've been thinking about. What is it that I have the masculine energy and I have the feminine energy? Today, if I decide to take a risk, today, if I decide to be aggressive, to be bold, to behave like a man, that is the masculine energy in me. At the same time today, if I decide to be gentle, to be caring, to be warm, humble, to act in an emotional way, to cry, that is the feminine part of me. So in me, I have the masculine and I have the feminine energy. And the only way that I am going to be happy about it is if I have the ability to express both energies in me. Most relationships are breaking. Research shows that 70% of marriages are breaking. The problem is simple. Maybe the husband is expressing his masculine energy fully, and the lady also is expressing the masculine energy, and all of us know that like poles repel. If both of you express that masculine energy, it's not going to work. So as you express your masculine energy, there are also circumstances that you are going to express your feminine energy. If it's a matter of conflicts in a family, if it's a matter of conflicts in a relationship, if both of you want to behave in an aggressive way, you want to show that you are strong, you are empowered, then it is just going to break, it is going to enter. But if one person expresses the feminine energy, you become humble. You have that ability to say sorry. You humble yourself, you become warm, you become kind, and you accept correction. Then the masculine energy, that feminine energy is able to dominate over the masculine energy. So my people have that ability to express both the masculine and feminine energy. See many relationships that are working, happy relationship. A lady is accepting to be below her husband. It doesn't mean that you are not able to express your masculine energy, but for the sake of your relationship, for the sake of what you love, for the sake of what you do, you need to express both energies. And the issue also that I talk about, reclaiming your true identity. This is a very serious topic. It is something, a broad topic that if we talk about it, we may really take long. There is that person that you are meant to be. Like everyone, when we are young, we have set goals. We want to be great people in the future. We want to have big vehicles. We want to have happy marriages. We want to live in big places like the United States, London, in the Europe, those big countries. We have those visions. Flying the whole world, getting what you want, ability to provide the basic needs. But you find that most people don't achieve their future. They don't achieve those goals that they set when they were young. What is the problem? They lost their true identity. Who you are meant to be. It is still possible for you to be that person. No matter what age that you are, even if you are at your 60s, you can still claim your true identity. You can still change not only your life, but the life of your loved one, the life of your friends, the life of those around you. You can still change it. You have that power, the power to decide, the power to make a decision. It is up to you today to stand in your both feet and stand strong and say, it's over. The kind of life that I've been leading is not the kind of life that I wanted. This life that I'm leading, I never desired to. I want a different kind of life. Today is the day. It's the day for you to make that decision. That decision that is going to change the whole of your life. That decision that is going to bring happiness. That is going to bring gentleness. That is going to enable you to express both of your energies, the masculine and the feminine. It is that decision. And the time is now. It is not tomorrow. It's not in the next hour. It's now. Make that decision. Take action. The 7 steps that I gave, you should be able to follow them. Try to visualize the successes after you make that new decision. Thank you so much, Tatiana James, for this idea of me explaining to people what I learned in that video. After I watched that video of Tony Robbins, it is a 1 hour and 56-minute video. I really learned a lot through that video. And I'm sure I also made that decision. Maybe my life was not leading in the right direction. My life was not the way I wanted. Yes, even though that I come from a humble background, that is not a true definition of me. That is not a happy life. A life that will bring success to me, my family, and the loved one. Thank you so much, friends, for watching. Be blessed.